Hey everyone, well Bo is off, he is on vacation, and you know what they say, when the cat's away, the mice will play. It is ladies night.
It is a lot quieter than compared to over there on South Beach, but it is the calm before the Super Bowl 44 storm, I guess I should say. Now fans aren't allowed inside here at the Sun Life Stadium, but I do have to tell you, there's actually a lot of fans out on the perimeters, just hanging out on the fences.
Many were expecting this to be a shootout. Both teams' #1 seeds, Peyton Manning versus Drew Brees. The Indianapolis Colts were 4-point favorites tonight. The emotional favorites, the New Orleans Saints, walked away as the Super Bowl 44 champs.
Well, this is a very smart guy who was thinking about life after football. Nate Jones has interned with Merrill Lynch during the offseason. He's also taking classes at Harvard as part of the NFL Business Management program. But he is starting a new project, and he is the first ever NFL player to try and launch a sitcom. Take a look. It certainly was. The Heat hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shaq making his big return to Miami for just the second time since being traded. But tonight, it was all about the All-Stars, Dwayne Wade versus LeBron James. D-Wade led all scorers with 36 points, but it just wasn't enough. Now, if you're a beginner like me or just want to start a new recreation, you can take lessons with Monk or anyone else with the Miami Rowing Club. Or if you have kids, they can start as young as middle school, and who knows, maybe they'll get a scholarship and become an Olympian. They have better things to do than play with me. You know, Daniel and Lauda say they would like to play professionally, but their focus is right now in finishing the year up on a good note. The NCAA tournament begins for both teams next week. Are you the biggest guy on the Saints team?
I'm the tallest.
You are?
Welcome to Sports Wrap. I am Prim Siripipat. Tonight we'll have cocktail hours, sort of, with Tracy Morning and Pam Haith. Later, I'll lounge around with the Dolphins cheerleaders. It's still a sports show, just with some beautiful ladies. But first things first, big night in LA. Game 2 of the NBA Finals between the Lakers and the Magic. Orlando needs to win this one. Otherwise, they find themselves in a 2-0 hole. Kobe looking for his 4th NBA title. He knows how to handle his stuff. But the Magic comes out to play. Rashard Lewis inside for 2. Orlando has a 2-point lead late in the 4th quarter, but here he comes. Kobe Bryant with the runner and off the glass. This game's all tied up. And with several seconds to go in regulation, Kobe tries to take it to the hole, but he is blocked from behind by Hedo Turkoglu. The game remains tied at 88. We go into OT. Paul Gasol with a hoop and a harm to put the Lakers up by 6. Lakers go on to win it 101-96 and take a 2-0 lead in this series. I have to say, it's a good thing we're inside because the weather has been really nasty. Marlins and Giants had to deal with another rain delay today. An hour and 38 minutes later. All right, everyone, let's try this again. Pitch would be down 3-0, but then in the 8th inning, Chris Coughlin jumps on this pitch. That is good for a 2-run home run. We've got a ball game. Marlins are within a run. 9th inning, 2 runners on. John Baker, well, he strikes out. Marlins lose 3-2. Giants take a 2-1 lead in this 4-game series. Good evening, everyone. Well, let me preface it by saying there will be no Kim and Prim duo tonight. Kimbo Camper is off. Golfing, getting some R&R, going on maybe some Easter egg hunts, I don't know. So it's just me, myself, and I tonight, but fear not. We've got a couple of very special guests. What a week, what a day in sports plan to talk about. Welcome to Sports Wrap, presented by East Coast Public Adjusters. I'm Prim Siripipat, and joining me tonight, Israel, or Izzy, or the I-Man from Gutierrez.
I like that.
From the Miami Herald, and George Sodato from 790 The Ticket. So guys, what were you watching today, and what were you focusing on? The Masters, Easter? All right, well, we could start the night off with the Masters and the Marlins, maybe the Panthers, maybe not, but the way D-Wade played tonight, we've got to start with Flash. So Heat hosting the Knicks tonight. Coach Tony Sparano and his wife Jeanette coming out to support the Heat. Dwayne Wade puts on a show for them. First half, Wade with the dribble drive for 2. Miami's up 42-35 at this juncture. Wade goes into the break with 27 points. Second half, he's going to drive right by Larry Hughes for the finger roll. The Knicks don't know what to do. And a productive night for the rookie as well. Michael Beasley with the 3. He finishes with 28 points and 16 boards. And Flash just keeps tearing it up. He scores a career high 6 threes. Wade finishes with 55 points, a career high for him, but one shy of a franchise record for points scored in a single game. So the Heat wins 122-105. They clinch a 5th spot in the Eastern Conference and will face the Hawks in the first round of the playoffs. And Wade knew he was in need to step it up tonight. Welcome back to the wrap. We are 1 week into the 2009 baseball season. The Marlins, who once again got no attention heading into the season, are making some noise. Today's rubber match against the Mets turns into a pitching duel. Josh Johnson on the mound for the Fish. He gets Daniel Murphy swinging here in the first. 7 strikeouts for him today. Johan Santana on the hill for New York. He strikes out the first 5 batters, but then in the 2nd inning, Cody Ross hits a routine fly ball to left. Maybe it's a sun, but Murphy doesn't make the catch. Jeremy Hermida scores. Marlins are on the board, 1-0. nothing. Santana is not happy. Next batter, Ronnie Paulino lines one right over David Wright, so in comes Cody Ross. Fisher up 2-0. Top of the 7th, 2 on for the Mets. Johnson turns the double play and gets out of the jam, so Marlins maintain their lead. And then later in the 9th, Johnson just 1 strike away from a shutout. Carlos Beltran singles up the middle, goes right under Hanley Ramirez. In comes Jose Reyes. Our Mets are now within 1. Next batter up, Ryan Church hits a blooper to left. Brett Carroll makes the catch. Game over. Marlins win 2-1. Johnson is a victor in the series finale. What can you say? George, what do you think about this start so far? They're 5-1 right now. Pretty amazing. And we were saying no more than 600 errors at this point, so it's got to be good.
I mean, no doubt.
That's really mean of me. Sorry.
Well, you know.
Welcome back to the Wrap. Well, in October, some of the best athletes in the world will gather together in Hawaii to compete in the Ford Ironman World Championships. Out of tens of thousands, only 1,700 qualify, and I got to deliver the news to one local triathlete that his biggest dream is about to come true.
40-year-old John Friedland is a husband, a father of 2 sons, and a lawyer. During his free time, he doesn't rest. He competes in triathlons.
It's just what I like to do. You know, if you enjoy something and I'm very passionate about being physically fit.
John's passion puts people to shame. He's completed 4 Ironmans. One Ironman includes a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, and a 26.2-mile run. Today, he runs for his wife, who was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis last February.
It inspired you to kind of raise a little bit of awareness and also some funds for research.
Yes, it did. You know, everyone's got a cause. You know, whether it be cancer and heart conditions. In our family, it's multiple sclerosis.
As much as this man has accomplished, Friedland has never made it to the Ford Ironman World Championships in Hawaii. Out of those who try to qualify, only 2% make it to this prestigious event. And I've got a big surprise for John.
I do have something for you. If you can just open that up really quick.
I got into the lottery.
Here's a hat.
This is going to be a dream come true. This is going to be a dream come true. Thank you. I can't believe this.
As John giggles with excitement, his wife's reaction is a bit different.
No, I'm not kidding you. How awesome is that?
I'm like about to throw up. Serious?
I'm totally serious.
So John's got about 6 months to train for the Ford Ironman World Championship, which should be enough time because he's already been training. And UM's campus is the perfect place to work out because, as you can see around me, there's a lot of young energy.
As if this guy needed any more energy, at 40 years young, he couldn't wait to start training.
John, we believe in you. Good luck. Some final thoughts when we return.
That's right, and the 2 players that we're talking about is Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Pierre Garçon and New Orleans Saints linebacker and former Miami Hurricane Jonathan Vilma. Now, both of these players say that a lot of people didn't know they were Haitian until the earthquake struck. Both of them were born in the United States, and their parents were born in Haiti. And now Pierre and Jonathan are using Super Bowl 44 to make a difference.
Colts receiver Pierre Garçon and Saints linebacker Jonathan Vilma are enemies, at least when talking about football in Super Bowl 44. But the two share many similarities. Garçon and Vilma are both of Haitian descent and continue to play with heavy hearts in the aftermath of an earthquake that left one of the world's poorest nations in shambles.
It's been a roller coaster. It's been hard to deal with, but you know we're trying to make a positive thing out of this. I'm trying to let people know that there is help.
You know, it was difficult, but I was fortunate enough to hear about my family being okay that night that the earthquake hit, and that was a relief for myself, and I was able to actually just put it to the side a little bit, focus on football, and I can now do that until the season's over with.
Most of their family members survived, but the devastation is hard to ignore. Garçon and Vilma spent countless hours watching the news. They felt helpless.
Now, both players, as you can tell, are pretty preoccupied at the moment, and they're just doing their best to stay focused on Sunday's game. But both Pierre and Jonathan say they want to use this media frenzy as a platform to get the word out about the victims in Haiti.
On Super Bowl Media Day, Garçon wore a bandana resembling the Haitian flag, reminding people to help in any way they can, whether it's making donations through his website or just being emotionally supportive.
If you see any Haitian around, just give him some motivation and say something nice to him, because, we're going through a hard time right now. A smile goes a long way, and, anything helps. We really needed it.
Meanwhile, Vilma designed a T-shirt with the phrase Department of Domeland Defense, and all of the proceeds will go to Haiti relief efforts.
Understanding that this is more than just playing the game for myself and personal accolades. It's really about, trying to be a champion, trying to bring back something to not only myself but to everyone in the Haitian community.
On Sunday, Garçon and Vilma may be on opposite sides of the field, but they'll be playing for the same thing.
What is this I hear about your past relationship with Andy Roddick? And if that wasn't enough, even Marty Fish. Now, is it true that you made Andy blush this week when you dropped by on Keith? And how'd you do that?
Well, it was pretty easy.
Well, you're blushing a little bit right now.
I am. Stop. I think I made him blush first, and then he came back, and then he made me blush. But, well, I don't know. What can you say? Here's what happens when old friends meet some 15 years later.
Today, they are celebrities. Over the past several years, Andy Roddick and Marty Fish have been among the top 3 American tennis players. But I knew them before they became big time, and actually used to tear it up on the court with them.
Actually, Prim, the girl sitting right behind you, actually used to beat me when I was 12, so probably ask her. And she's all of about 5'3", so 4, sorry.
As good as that makes me feel, that was long time ago. On my very first international tennis tournament, I traveled with Andy to Colombia. I was 14, he was 12. Then during my teen years, I traveled with Marty to South America while playing for Team USA.
I'm a junior.
Oh my God, I'm so skinny.
Well, till this day, I often show my affection for people by giving them weird nicknames. Marty's was Booger.
Do you remember why I call you Booger?
Wasn't it because I was sticking things up my nose? Is
yeah.
That yeah.
During chemistry class, you were sticking clay up your nose, and it got stuck in there one time.
To Andy's dismay, I put him on the spot in front of all the media.
I do remember it 1,000%. I don't know if I'm going to share with...
I'm sure everyone would love to know. Go ahead, it's okay.
It was Bear.
And why?
I called him Bear because he was as cute as a teddy bear when he was younger. Small, energetic, with floppy hair. But Andy tried to put his own spin on it.
It had nothing to do with us making out or anything like that, so... I told you I'd win this one. I have the microphone.
And after he said that, the rumor mill started churning.
Then the rumor tennis star Andy Roddick is spreading about him and our own Prim Siripipat. She'll tell you about their shared past on the court.
Oh, wow, the story deepens.
Prim, I hate to put you on the spot. Well, not really, but did you make out?
Now I know how real celebrities feel.
Okay. So to answer your question, no, we did not make out, Mrs. Roddick. I pinky swear we didn't. Andy is actually engaged and is scheduled to get married next month, so congrats to him. So there's my piece. Bo, you got something to say?
Andy's engaged. You're engaged.
Yes, I am.
If neither one of you are engaged, would you have admitted you made out?
No, I didn't make out with him. At that age, you know, he's like a little brother to me, so.
How much, I mean,
my fiance is probably just so mad right now.
You know what, how much fun was it back then traveling around with, I mean, traveling internationally at that age, playing tennis matches around the world, that had to be a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And, you know, I went to the tennis academy when I was 12, and I really didn't know who I was training with or where this was going, you know, and it was only about 5-7 years later, and look at them now. You know, it's just pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, that was great. All right, stick around. Got some more coming your way. I think I'm over here, I'm over there. I'm over here. We'll be back right after this, so stick around.